been a while since I've used this setup.
Bonjour amigos, welcome, and this is BlitzBoyHD.
I started this channel a while ago, but since the beginning of this year, I've changed the format significantly, both of my channel and of my videos. So anything I say in this video only applies after those changes. Most of the videos I make fall into various playlists, which concentrate on my various fixations in life. Let's go over them one by one, and then at the end I'll be answering some questions from fans. Oh, friends. I'll make more Q&As in the future, so let me know if you're interested in knowing more about me. Maybe catching a movie or a tram sometime. My first and not oldest, but oldest continuous fixation is writing. I'm not very good at it, or maybe I am, I don't know. But in high school I had a bunch of projects that I started but never really finished, with a couple of exceptions. During my last year, I came up with a list of projects that I would finish over the next few years. That list has changed slightly since, but the idea remains the same. If you would like an overly long and unnecessarily detailed video about it, you can check out this one. If not, most likely not, you can start watching the actual thing here. I don't read through the stories in their entirety, but rather I go over a quick summary and then leave links to the original writings, which are all on a site. The site is also meant to look like one of those fandom sites, so there are all kinds of things, but I can't show them yet because they're still in the works. Getting back to the videos, they aren't the best quality, but at the moment I'm looking to just finish them and hopefully have them be decent. In the future I might do a remaster. If you'd like to make your own animations based on them, or even fan films, let me know and I'll do my best to promote them. They'll likely be better than mine. One of my life goals is to see an urbanist movement in South Africa, where I grew up for most of my adolescent years. In fact, I do plan to go there and do something myself, but for now the best I can do is make a bunch of videos going over various urbanist topics. I've already made a massive video, possibly my best in the old style, about urbanism. My plan for the series is to go over the topics I discussed but in more detail, and also to cover topics that I didn't quite go over. While you wait, since a couple of years ago there has been a huge rise in urbanist content, so there are plenty of videos to keep you busy. If you know me in real life, you know that I have an interest in learning languages, even if I'm not very good at it. Aside from learning to communicate, I also have an interest in linguistics, studying languages and their relations to one another and to us. My focus will mainly be on discussing Indo-European languages, as that's my main interest. Maybe I'll discuss some other topics, but I doubt it. While I'm making those videos, I do have a document summarizing Latin declensions, if anyone's interested. It's a bit unorthodox, and also it's not just Latin, there's also pages devoted to Gothic and Greek and basically it's Indo-European languages. I don't exactly have any qualifications to teach linguistics, no Bangla for that matter, but when it comes to Bangla I do have some experience, as it is my mother tongue. In this series I'll summon my inner Desinysus, who will give you a guide of the language. He won't be teaching you exactly, but it will be more like a tour. You'll learn how the different parts operate. Gothic I have Koradim experience, as I don't even know the language properly. That being said, I am very salty that there isn't as much content on YouTube going into depth on Gothic, so I thought I'd do something. So I got Mr. Misty to come in and teach instead. His only qualifications to teach Gothic is that he's a ghost. More on him later. Now moving on to something I actually have experience teaching. Since I was a kid, I tutored some of my fellow classmates in maths. I'm not sure if it helped, but I enjoyed it. it made me quite famous for a moment. In this series, I go over some concepts in math and hopefully it helps. I'm probably not gonna go too far, just over what someone might learn during their schooling years. Maybe in the future I'll do other subjects as well. While we're on the topic of maths, cricket is a very complicated sport. Needlessly complicated sometimes. So it can help if I have a series going over what you need to understand to follow along when you watch a match. Once that is done, I'll be giving some tutorials on how to play it yourself. Now, before moving on to some other topics, let's take a quick break to answer some questions you sent me. I'm gonna put some gameplay footage in the background. The first question is something along the lines of, why are you happy thinking that you won't achieve much in life? If you remember from my high school writings introduction video, I said that I've come to terms with the idea that I won't achieve anything in life, and that this channel is really just me leaving something behind before I go. Well, I hate expectations. I was a bit of a gifted child when I was younger, so there were quite a lot of expectations everyone had, and that I had of myself. As time went on, I couldn't really answer any of them. The fixations that I had and have today are really a distraction from the fact that I haven't accomplished anything. It was a really hard lesson to learn that there wasn't anything special about me, but it was a very important lesson. Now, without expectations, I'm not as disappointed in myself on the regular. When did you start stories? Well, for a long time, I had wanted to write something, but never really got down to it. The first time I started writing a story was, I think, in the third quarter of 2016. I didn't get very far, but it was meant to be based on Minecraft High School by Dan TDM. That one, however, felt more like a side project. The first time I got really attached to something I was writing was back in the beginning of 2018, when I started writing a story inspired by Life is Strange. It's the one I'm currently discussing. This lovely individual also has another question. What's your favorite food? I don't quite have a favorite food, but if I had to have a favorite meal, it would be dal puri with some curry, rice, some puri bhaja, Kolkata biryani, and some rasgulla. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Alright, those are the questions I got. Hopefully there will be some more questions next time. Before ending off the video, I wanted to discuss some miscellaneous topics. In addition to my high school writings, I also have some others, which are not very good, but I think they're quite fun. Although keep in mind that you are more than likely not the target audience for those. Second, Mr. Mishti is actually a video game character. Kind of. The video game doesn't actually exist. It's just a side project on the days I can't get anything else done. Third, not all videos I make will fall into the previous categories. I will make some videos in the old style, mainly on series that I would like to continue. The one I'm mainly looking forward to is one about architecture. I have some ideas for potential series that I could make, but this is it for now. If you have suggestions or any questions for future Q&As, leave them in the comments below. For now, here's a glide to end things off.